Hello my dears, and welcome back to my corner of the internet. I'm Shannon, and tonight I've got another spoiler-free book review to share with you guys. Tonight we're talking about a magical sort of anthology that comes out, I think, in the middle of October. I'll put the exact date in the description box down below. And it's called Januaries by Olivie Blake. This is the first book I've read from this author, but I've heard a lot of people talk about her in the past. I know she wrote Atlas 6, or The Atlas 6, which a lot of people loved, and Alone with You in the Ether, and I just hadn't gotten around to reading either of those yet. So when I saw this on NetGalley, I was like, I should grab this. I should grab this so I can sort of get a taste for her writing style. And I thought this was a really fun, really sweet collection. The stories, like I said, they're all sort of magical in nature, and with any short story collection, it's hard to know what to say without saying too much. So I'll just tell you all of the stories. First of all, I thought all of the stories could have served as novels, and I'm thinking maybe at some point she had them as ideas for novels, but then didn't have the material, or couldn't make them long enough or whatever. And this is just a guess because they're all such good ideas and I loved reading them. So that would be my guess, and I'm so glad she put this collection together. My two standout favorites are the first one, which is about a magical bridge that appears every full moon somewhere different in the world, but obviously, since it's a bridge, near a body of water, and the young girl that is sort of the caretaker of this bridge, I want to say troll at this bridge, but she's not. She's beautiful. Her mom did it before, and she does it now, and she doesn't know where she came from or how she came to be, which we find out when she meets a young man who stumbles upon her bridge quite by accident, which is rare because most of the time people are searching months or years for it, but he's just kind of a wanderer and stumbles upon it. And the reason people search for it is because she's got this whole spiel where she can, I can't remember the exact words, but it's I can grant you a wish or tell you a truth, but not both. And I can forgive you a sin or grant you permission, but not both. Something like that. And he doesn't need anything or want anything. He's just kind of there. And after he leaves, he tries to find her again and again and again. And he's quite taken with her. And it's such a sweet story. And it's kind of a love story. And it's beautiful. So the first one I loved. And interestingly enough, the last one I loved as well. It's called A Year of January. And it's about these two women. One is named January, but we are pretty sure that's not her real name. And she's come from a different dimension. She's come from somewhere. We don't know. So her name is January, and then the woman she becomes a roommate with when she's here on Earth or in this dimension or whatever it is. And this woman, she's depressed. So we've got this really eccentric otherworldly being who wants to know all about the world. And then this other woman who is she bounces back and forth between the way it's worded is seething frustration and exuberant anger are her two. So she's either in bed, can't move, can't get up, or she's up and at it, but she is mad. And they're both just such weird individuals that it makes perfect sense that somehow they would find each other. And this story is just about their friendship. And I loved it. Those were standouts to me. And I would, especially A Year of January, I would read a series of books about these two. They're so good. But there were a ton of other ones I really loved as well. It was definitely more wins, more hits than misses for me. I don't entirely know what I'm going to rate it. Either a 4 or a 5. It definitely wasn't lower than a 4. I'm going to have to ponder it a little longer, but I would definitely recommend it, especially if you like magic. Magic is the thread that weaves through all of the stories, whether it's, just varying levels of magic. In with The Year of January, it's very sort of the magic's not the point, but in other stories the magic definitely is the point. And I thought it was great. I would love to know if you've read other books from this author, what you recommend, what's your favorite book that you've read from her, because I would love to check it out. I found her storytelling style very readable. Even as throughout the stories, it kind of varies in the tone and the voice and the way the stories are told. I can still tell. I just really like her style in other books. And I would love to know your favorite, if we're being honest. And that's about all I can tell you about them without telling you too much. It was great. It was fun. It'll be perfect for fall when it comes out. It's just nice, cozy stories that are funny and a little raunchy at times, and it hit perfectly for me. So there you go. Next up, I think, is going to be a book talk on the book The Husbands by Holly. I can't remember her last name. It starts with a G. And this is a book about this woman. She comes home one day after like a long day, and waiting in the house or in her apartment is her husband, Michael. Only problem is she doesn't have a husband, and she's never seen this man before in her life. But like all of her friends are like, oh yeah, your husband, Michael. And when she goes through her camera roll on her phone, there are pictures of them together. And so she's like, okay. So she kind of tries to roll with it. And then one day he goes up to the attic to change a light bulb, and he never returns. But instead, a different husband comes down, and like her surroundings sort of change to reflect this new husband. And I guess it keeps happening. And it just sounds like a lot of fun. It sounds like, speculative fiction, a little bit of weirdness, but light. And I've been reading a lot of dark stuff lately, so something nice and light is just what the doctor ordered, I think. So yeah, that's going to do it for me for today. But again, I'll put the release date. I think it's October 14th. But I'll put the exact date down in the description. Let me know how you're doing. What are you reading? What did you do this weekend? Tell me all about it. It was super hot here all weekend, but the heat has finally lifted, and I think we're done. I think it's over. I think summer is officially over. I think today was the last day, because the temperature seems to really drop as of tomorrow. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to all of the cozy months coming up. Even winter. I'm a winter girl. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, I will see you guys again soon. Bye.